Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to a new video. I'm trying something different today. So it's been like 2 weeks since the season started, season 3 for Arena Breakout Infinite, and I've been having a blast. I hope you guys are too. And I've also took time to write. I took notes of the specific things that I encountered for this season, what I liked, what I don't like. I'll provide a screenshot photo of these notes because I don't know if you can see it here, but I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see. It's like I was writing from Blue's Clues or something. I wrote down all of the season 3 new things that I either like or dislike, and I'd like to share it to all of you. I'd like to know what you guys think. If I encountered things that differently, if you encountered things differently, I'd like to know in the comments. But yeah, this is just me basically sharing like a impromptu review of what I think of each feature that I encountered in this new season. So okay, first off in my list is the preset preview. Let's go to our storage. So don't mind the mess. I haven't cleaned up. I usually do cleanups after stream, but this is all the mess that I got from after live stream. So the preset preview or preset build, you click this part right here. It's like highlighting there. And I like this a lot because it helps you gear up faster. It helps you lessen the preparation time when you're trying to get into your next raid. For example, like I wipe out. Let's remove everything. So let's say for example I died, like my character is here, like he's naked already. So we go to preset build, and it's really cool. This will like lessen or at least deplete the preparation time you need to get into your next raid. So they have recommended builds, which is kind of okay. Like some of them are very cheap. You can see the budgets allotted for each one, and you can also use your most recent one. This is also default, as you can see. This was the last loadout that I used for that last raid. But you can also save in or import a current build that you have. So let's make a new build quickly. It's very, very quick. So let's say, for example, I want this, this, and this, and this MPX. Like say, for example, I built this loadout, and I want to keep this loadout, or I really like this to be retained into my next few raids. So I just click on a custom build label that's empty right here and click on the plus. Then you name your build. Let's say, for example, my favorite build. There you go. And save. So say for example, there you go, and then you wipe out again. Let's go back here. Let's remove everything again. So I died, for example, then you go back to favorite build. Voila, there it is again. But again, you have to purchase this. Like if you don't have the items, it will buy it for you at the cheapest price in the market. But if you have the items, they will automatically be equipped for you. Includes everything: equipment, medicine, food, even the weapon. Like all of the details of your specific loadout, it's going to be included in what you save for these preset builds. This is a plus for me. I put a plus on that because I tend to take so much time in preparing for raids and stuff, and this kind of solves that issue, or not really an issue, more of a hurdle. Next up is the entry requirement for normal, farm, and valley. Like the entry requirement for normal game modes are now 450,000, as you can see on this side. As per previous season 2, this was at limit of 300,000. Like before, you can only bring up to less than 300,000 value of a loadout. So let's say, for example, let's go back to our loadout here. This already exceeds 450,000. So let's try a preset build. With the previous loadout requirement value in season 2, this was like your best loadout that you can bring in. This is for example. But if you do this one, you cannot do that. Let's say, for example, I do this. Let's say I remove the headset. This is already a strong loadout for normals. Although, don't mind the bullets. Like say, for example, the bullets are purple here. This is already a strong loadout for normals. Normal game mode. So, in a way, although I'm not overdoing it, I'm a bit overpowered for the players that are playing in normal, because usually in normal game modes, people who play here are either questing, new players, or people who just want to chill in normal game modes. And sometimes when I encountered in this season, since they increased the loadout requirement for both Valley, and Farm on normal game mode, there are more chances for higher geared players to go into these specific game modes. Now, the reasoning for them doing this is up to them. I don't really know. I don't understand. Maybe they have a enjoyment of like stomping on new players or lower geared players as an ego check. Maybe that's the case. I feel like it's also a waste because like there's no loot here. Like out of 10 raids, you'll get one good raid with good money, or maybe 2 or 3, but most of the time you won't get much on normal raids. So I don't see the reason why this increase in value requirement was done. It presents another problem where higher geared players are able to go in now, and also people who enjoy farm at a regular will also go with better gear than their usual with their previous loadout of 300,000. So they'll add more, maybe better bullets, better equipment, a better gun, which again, why I enjoy playing on normals. For those who don't know, I'm a normals enjoyer. I enjoy playing on normals because it's the most balanced in a way, like most of my games. It's the most balanced in terms of PvP. Because there's a cap, there's a gear cap on it. You won't see much tier 6 guys here. You won't see much tier 5s. But again, with this increase of the value requirement, more and more people will be able to like abuse this, and like let's actually do one build here that we can abuse this limit. Okay, so I built a PP19 loadout with both tier 4 helmet and a good headset. Commander A headset, and I purchased a cheap rig and also a cheap bag, both 2,000 coins only. So these two don't really matter, and most of the loadout value is occupied by your armor, your vest, and your gun. That's your value already. That's already your value. Already 411,000, but the limit is 450. So let's say for example I can like exclude this helmet, and let's go for something below 150. What players would do here is, if you see this thing above my head, you can select like new or worn. If you can see or you can compare, the prices dip the more the armor piece or the specific loadout piece is being used, or lower in durability. So what most players would do who want to abuse this value requirement is they like do like new, or even like worn, even worn, because they're going to be way cheaper. They can even resort to using tier 5 armor or headgear. Like say for example, let's go for a good headgear here. So look at that. In this situation, I'm already using a tier 5 helmet, which will most of the time not really harm your head area. Since it removed the headset piece, it gave us more budget to work with. So around like 44,000. So imagine that 44,000, you can allot that budget to other pieces of equipment that are available, or you can add more attachments to your gun. So you can see how much people or players are able to bypass this value requirement, which really needs a lot of work. And it's going to be a separate discussion or a separate video of how this is a huge problem for the game, as it's really ruining the casual player experience. Because of this increase in loadout requirement, I don't think it's an enjoyable experience for like newer players of the game. For farm, Valley normals, value requirement is limited to 450,000. And now we check out lockdown. Limit is 1 million. So this change kind of rooted from Summit 1G's rant. His armor was shredding too fast whenever he gets into a fight, and most of the time he would lose because he is also a solo player, and that's also another issue we can talk about. But yeah, going back, a switch flipped with that rant and made the devs apply this $1 million or 1 million coin cap on lockdown. It's not enough, like, because the value requirement or focusing on value to a limitation is very flawed in this game. So that's something that the devs really need to look at, and I really implore that they listen to player feedback about this. I think they should really work on gear value, not total value, like specific gear value or gear tiers to limit, instead of the totality of the value, because players can easily bypass this. So in a way, yes, this is a gear cap, but it's too high for lockdown still. There's almost no difference when you're doing forbidden and lockdown. So what happens is players who cannot deal with players in forbidden tend to go to lockdown instead because they have a higher chance of winning there because they can bring in FZ loadouts in there. As you can see, like forbidden zone has no limit. You can bring how much money or how much loadout you can bring. Lockdown zone has 1 million and normals have 450,000. So that's a negative for me because they really need to work on this if they really want to cater more players to enjoy the game. Not just like from a hardcore or veteran perspective. As a casual perspective, this is not going to be enjoyable for, like, they say, for example, I'm new to the game, I'm level 5. I'm gonna meet new players. Oh, I ran into a guy with tier 6 bullets, tier 5 bullets. Oh, he has a tank helmet. I can't shoot him in the head. I can't kill him. That already makes the gameplay loop unenjoyable. So that's a negative with the gear caps. Okay, next up is the heartbeat sensor. So now we're talking about the heartbeat sensor. As you can see on the screen, this is the only example I have because you cannot really buy this because it's only an in-raid item. That means you can only use it in the raid and you cannot take it out. So with the heartbeat sensor, it's both like a positive and a negative for me. Let's start with a negative because I feel like you're gonna be too dependent on it at times. Like for example, you're scared to push in a building. You might have one of these in your pocket and you said, hey, I'll just check if someone's here. Which is also okay. Like it's, again, as I'm saying, it's a mixed reaction because like it's not super OP. It's also a bit sluggish to use. It really depends on how you see it. Is it good or bad? It can be good, it can be bad. What I like about it is it's an anti-rat detector, you know? If someone you feel like is ratting a safe or a specific room, you can use the bioscanner to check if someone's there. It's just annoying that this scanner also scans your teammates, which can also like disrupt the team play. Let's say, for example, you guys are coordinating to push a specific building and you want to pull this out and check the area. You see like 3 pings near you, which are actually also your teammates. So you don't actually get the benefit of scanning your enemies only. You can also scan your teammates, which also kind of ruins the usage of this item because it might confuse your team play as well. As you can hear it from this like some clip, Wise tells me, don't point it at me. His point there is he doesn't want me to point it towards him so that I don't scan him by accident. So let's...
Don't aim it at me.
So you see, he said there, don't aim it at me, because if I was able to cover him within the radius of the heartbeat sensor range, I will see 2 pings, which I actually did. If you look at this video, I was able to scan like, I think 2 people.
Yeah, I can hear him.
3 actually. I scanned my entire team and the player. But I did know where my teammates' spots were. That's why I was able to pinpoint where this specific player was located. Yeah, on the left. Around here. There. So I marked him. So again, it's a mixed bag because like it's useful at some situations. It can be detrimental to your team play. And also like the durability of this item. I think every scan consumes 10%. Let's say I think you do 10 scans with it. So it's both a positive and a negative. I don't know. I leave it to you guys. Do you guys like this addition? I feel like it's okay. I mean, I don't really rely on it. When I run into it in raids, it's okay. I can carry one, but if I get better items, I just throw it away. Next thing that I like, this is a positive, is the player cards. So you can now go to this area here. So I'll go back so you guys can see where that is. So from this section right here, go to customize and then tactical files. So they've added player banners. I wrote here player cards, but that is, I think that's what I meant. So player banners where you can like showcase the specific banners that you have. This one's for exclusive for this season. You can get this for free. And this one, if you bought the trauma skin theme, you can like customize the banner you want to show. And these banners will show up on the loading screen before you enter the raid. As you can see on my screen, let's say for example, I want to change. This is my current banner right here, but I want to change it. Let's say for example, I'll do Defender. Then I want to change the data also listed on my banner on the bottom right. So you go to here to data, say op eliminations, change it there. Carbine eliminations, change it there. MR eliminations. Change it there, all one. I suck. You can also add your badges. If you have a lot of badges, you can add them right here. Oh, sorry, that's already there. My bad. And then this one. You can also swap them in place like that. Make them look good. Those are the badges. And then the frame as well. If you have anything available, you can do this. You can do this. This one's again from the trauma bundle. And this one's from the battle pass. So right now I only have the default. And the background as well, like as I said earlier, you can change this everything. Database, this is more like the frame of your stats. So yeah, that's a plus for me. The player cards adds a bit of like a personality to your character or your player identity in the game. It also lets people know if you're loading in, oh, this guy's a sweat, or this guy's new. So it kind of sets up what kind of expectations you'll have in the raid, what kind of teammates you have. You can also see here, like if you're playing with friends, you can see their progress, how well they have been doing, how many kills they have, what loot value they have. So next one is being able to spectate while your teammate is looting. So in the case you die early or you extract early, before we just spectate our teammates, and when they're looting, the screen kind of grays out. So you cannot see what they're doing. But now they've removed that screen and you can now visibly see what they're doing with their inventory. So I'm gonna pull out a video for that one too. Okay, here's my example for like the spectating. So in this video, I'm already dead. Like my face is here. Right there, see, that's me. So I should be spectating right there, see? I'm spectating Kim right there and I can see all of his loot, even the body that he's looting. So that applies to everything, even containers. So you'll be able to see all of what they have. And if you have time to do this also, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna die, but in case this happens, you can also click on the specific objects in the inventory and you can look at the details that they have. So in a way, you're kind of inspecting or like checking out their descriptions as well. So this is also a good thing because I feel like even when you are not able to like help your teammates in an active way, let's say they're looting for something, they need to Tetris some stuff, you can help them manage the inventory. You should put this in there, you should put that in there, because sometimes in the games when you're looting, sometimes there's this sense of panic that you have to rush, you have to loot faster to avoid getting killed by another player while you're looting. So sometimes your teammates can also help you out by pointing out stuff that, hey, you left something over there. Hey, you should put that in your bag. You should put this in the rig and then put it in your bag. Something like that. So this is a very good addition to the game and I really like it. Okay, next on the list is the UAV, but I've also included here supply box, which is the added supply area where you can buy nades, meds. You can also purchase injectors and the UAV. So as you can see in this video, this is like the closed beta test that I did. So you can see here at the bottom of my camera right here, it's like a scanner and basically UAV. So it's basically UAV, and the way it functions is once you use it, it's a one-time use and you can pick any POI in the current map and you can scan that area if there are any players inside of it. So in that situation, it turned green because no one was there. But if in case there was an operator in that location, that POI or that radius of the POI will turn red. I put like plus and minus on this feature because I feel like it's not that OP or as useful at times. When you use the UAV, it doesn't really scan it like passively. It's a one-time thing. It's a one-time scan. And let's say, for example, it turned green and then players went in or enemy players went inside the POI. It might still be green. So it's not always as accurate with the information it provides, but it can help you a lot to gain information or like cross out specific POIs that you do not want to go to or want to avoid. Because like most of the time you don't really need the UAV because audio is your best friend in this game. So in this situation, the UAV is a mixed bag for me. I see it as a positive to like steer away from POIs that might have dangerous enemies in there. But in terms of looking for enemies, I don't fully rely on it. So it's a mixed bag. But in terms of the supply station as a whole, let's go back to it. I don't mind this one. I don't mind this one. The only gripe I have with the supply station is these two stims right here. the yellow and the pink stims because they give you buffs, one for stamina and one for strength. And also I think they add like a painkiller effect as well for the yellow one. And these effects last forever in the raid. So for a price of 200,000 plus, you have a permanent buff in the raid. But I did try to experiment on this. The buffs do disappear if you're knocked down. And of course, when you're dead. People might pick up on this and use it as an exploit. At the price of money, you'll be like one of the strongest players in the raid, fully buffed up and ready to take fights. So that's my only gripe with the supply station. The UAV is fine. It's a mixed bag, but I'd like to know what you guys think. This next one's a big one. A lot of players have been complaining about this specific change. So we have skins in the game, right? Obviously. You have skins in the game, and before you can mix and match specific parts of equipment to your operator. Let's say for example this current Storm Arena outfit that I'm wearing. Maybe I just want the top. Before you can just equip the top and everything else will be like default character. But now you can't. You cannot mix and match everything. You cannot remove specific parts anymore. So I can see that there are like check boxes on these specific parts of the skin. You should be able to remove these, uncheck them, and the part will not be visible. That goes for every other skin as well. But with the recent change for this season, what they're doing now is if you go to the queuing or the lobby when you're entering a map, there's this option at the bottom of loot priority called show outfit. They're giving priority of showcasing the outfit as a whole, which is kind of correlated to the issue where you cannot mix and match specific cosmetics anymore, which was really cool because you can like make your character really badass. Like say for example you had the Cyberpunk's jacket and you want to pair it with the Storm Arena headgear. That would really be cool to look at, kinda. I don't know. But you get my point. Like we can't do this anymore. So when this option is on, the show outfit, everybody who has a draw outfit or a bundle outfit, their entire operator will appear as that outfit. All of the helmets and the gears won't be shown as much, especially the helmet, if the entire outfit has a good headpiece. So this is very correlated to it. And yeah, a lot of people dislike this change that they could not customize their characters anymore with the skins that they bought, because that's the thing, they bought the skins. They should be able to like customize it to their liking or mix and match if they could, because since they were able to do so before, why can't we do it now? There was no proper explanation. Developers have been, I think, avoiding it, and I think there's been some Reddit posts mentioning this kind of issue and they're getting removed. So I think they're avoiding the topic, or maybe they're just waiting for the right time to discuss this. But again, I really think they should bring it back. They should bring back the mixing and matching of these operator skins. I'm trying to think within your shoes or your POV. You paid for this. You paid for the skin. You worked hard for it. You should be able to customize it however you like. So that's a negative for me, that they remove mixing and matching for operator skins or cosmetics. Next on my list is 3 new weapons, which I really enjoyed using all of them. So we have 2 new ARs. First up is the CZ807. Don't mind the labeling on the gun like at the bottom, because I feel like it's a mistake and they haven't fixed it yet. CZ807 is almost like a SCAR but way faster. Really hits like a tank. A good bullet selection as well with 7.62s. Pretty strong. Good weapon for lockdown. Maybe not the best for forbidden though. So it's a good weapon for lockdown raids. Next up is the AN94, which is not everybody's favorite because not everybody likes burst weapons. Although this has a burst fire mode, it only does 2 round bursts. It has a semi and a full auto. But if you do the full auto, it's way slower than the burst. So it's like it has a lot of flexibility with what kind of gun it is. It's a personal favorite of mine since the Call of Duty days, but yeah, this is also a good gun for lockdown and not the best for forbidden, sadly. And last weapon that is new is the PP19. This one I'm still a bit like, I'm still testing it out because I feel like it's okay, but it's really not as strong as other SMGs. I feel like other SMGs would still be a better option, like the P90, the MPX, even the MP5. But this is still a good selection. Like if you want to test this out, I'm still like trying to figure out a good build for it, but you can easily get it to recoil 80 plus with the good attachments. So not only did we have 3 new guns, you also like had some specific modifications or attachments added to specific guns as well. Let's start with the P90. They added this stock, the P90 stock, which gives you more flexibility in adding more attachments and also increases the performance of the gun. Really good. You can build more things or more ideas with the P90. And next one is the Mosin. So you can pick the stock, this one. So with this stock, it improves the performance of the Mosin significantly. You can add more attachments, making it a more viable option in lockdown raids and even in Forbidden if you want to snipe. And last one is it's a small addition for this last one, but the AUG. The AUG now has a 42 round magazine. Finally. But I do wish they added drum mag instead, so that this will be a viable option for lockdown and forbidden zones. With the 42 mag, I think it's fine. Could be better, but this is what we get. Very nice. So I like this. I like these additions to the weapons. So again though, this video may be a bit long and I do apologize, but I do have like a challenge. If you find this kind of long, why don't you try playing this in times two? Let's see what I sound like. Next one is this one, the skin I currently have. It's called the Storm Arena skin. You still have a lot of time to grind this, guys, because it only takes 10 days to grind this specific skin. It's free. When I say free, it doesn't mean you get it right away. You have to work for it by like logging in daily and doing daily missions. As you can see, I'll show on the screen right here. I'm gonna hide my camera. These are the daily missions that you need to do right here. And every time you complete a specific number of missions, you get these storm points. And these storm points will be converted or can be exchanged for these specific supply passes. And each supply pass will allow you to draw from the Storm Arena draw or bundle, whatever you call it. I'll show you guys how good it looks. For example, this is like for fashion, like if we're just plainly looking at like cosmetics or how the character looks. Character looks badass. Like you look like a SWAT character. All the shades of black, and you can also add in the gloves too. It's weird that the gloves default is with the gloves and that the gloves, a glove is a naked glove. That makes sense? No, it doesn't. Okay. So like this is what your character would look like, for example. So this skin is really good. Storm Arena. As of this recording, it has 13 days left. For those who don't know where to see this, go to this area at the top right. Just scroll, or using your mouse, just scroll it. Then click on the event. You can also go to events to see this on Season 3 Breach. It's the global release reward, a Storm Arena set. So this is basically ABI's way of saying thank you for supporting the game. Here's a free skin. So yeah, do your daily missions, get the skin, get your passes, and get your skin at the 10th day. So basically in 10 days, you can easily grind this skin. Really good. The new shelter. This one's really cool. Gives you more of a progression or something to work for or grind for. So you can change this, you can change that. Let's say for example, I have the money. Let's change it to green. There, green. Then the walls, another million. I don't mind, I guess. Million. And I'm out of money. Okay, so next time I'll customize that. You can also work on each station right here. Currently mines are all level 1 and you can progress each with these prerequisites that it has. First, like say for example, this display case. If you want to see a better display case, you have to unlock 6 items that are in those lists. Let's say for example, I currently have an animal cup. I've added more. Hey, I didn't know I completed some of these already. And I got a gold necklace too. Nice. So except for that display, let's do that display. So for me to get to level 2, I have to be able to display at least 6 types of items. That's when you can upgrade, because right now I can't. It says the prerequisites are not complete, which is this one, prerequisite. Have to unlock 6 types of items. Same with the other areas. Let's say for example a badge shelf. I can upgrade this now, I think. Yes, I can. So let's say, for example, I've met the prerequisites right here. It should say complete, as you can see, complete. Complete 25 daily missions. I can upgrade. Upgrade right there. That's it. Okay, upgrade. So it will upgrade within 3 hours. And I think you'll get a bigger board for your badges in this situation. And let's check the other areas. Intelligence. I can also upgrade. Let's upgrade. 1.3. That's a lot of money. For the sake of the video, okay, we'll do that. Okay, upgrade. There you go. 3 hours also. Living area. This one. Yes, we can upgrade too. 300,000. Upgrade. Upgrade. There you go. I'm losing my money. Tactical dummy. I do not suggest you upgrade this if you do not have much cosmetics on you. Only upgrade this if you have the cosmetics, like if you bought skins for the game. Good addition for this one, so you can flex your skins, because other players can visit your stronghold or your shelter, so they can see everything inside that's happening. This one's cool though. I like this workbench. You can craft specific bullets here. I do hope they introduce more bullets that we can craft. And then you can also look at the top right. You can uncheck this if you don't want people to see your trophy room, if you're still ashamed of what you have. But if you want to flex it, you know, you want to flex how good your shelter looks like, leave that on. Leave that on. You can also middle click to just do this. I do hope they add a free roam mechanic, or like an easier way to navigate these each area. But yeah, that's the new hideout or the shelter. So last one is like a bit of a negative for me or most people. Let's say, for example, this one. My Spartan V vest. This Spartan V vest is a bit damaged. It is less than its original durability. So, in simple logic, I want to repair this. Before, we had 3 tiers of repairing. We could talk to the contacts who have provided better repairing costs and efficiency. I think it was Deke, that one guy in the middle, and then Wendell. Is it Wendell? But now they removed that. They removed that option because everybody's just going to Wendell. Was it Wendell? That last guy. They keep going to that guy because he repairs your armor more efficiently and costs less. Now they remove all of that. They scrap that and say we repair it once. One cost, one repair. It was better when you had the options, but it also makes sense that they removed the other options because most were only using the one option. Now you only get one repair option for your equipment. That's it. That's all of the list. Let's just sum it up as a whole. Season 3 has a lot of content. There's a lot of things that you can enjoy apart from the raids, which is also very fun. If you want to play it casually, competitive, you can do everything you want. Arena Breakout is like the best entry point if you want to learn extraction games. If you want to experience an extraction game without like shooting you in the face as soon as you get in, this is like one of the best ways to start. Arena Breakout is the best alternative or the best suggestion to start with extractions. The season's great. I do like it. I do appreciate this new skin, the free skin. There's like always that thought that maybe they're doing this because it's a new season. They're trying to impress a lot of people. Will they keep it though? Will they maintain that same level of impression on everybody? That level of content, the level of creativity with the events? They do have like good events, to be honest. People are very into the game right now. It's growing in numbers on Steam as well, so I don't see an issue right now. And I've already made a video that's saying that this game has a bright future. Like, it has a bright future in terms of both casual and competitive extraction experience. It's a good season. I really liked it. This is 2 weeks in from now, but it does have a lot of issues that they need to work on, which we will tackle in other videos as well. So that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Did I cover mostly everything? If I missed anything, let me know in the comment section. And what do you think about Season 3 of Arena Breakout Infinite so far? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.